Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today is another hot day and it's getting later, but I wanted to show you a little quick video on how I preserve my garlic. Now I'll link the video above on my garlic harvest, how I harvested them, and I think I probably also have another one on where I planted my garlic. Now I plant my garlic the end of October, beginning in November, and this is the third week in July. I harvested this a couple of weeks ago, dried it in my garage, and now it's ready to process. So I'm going to show you how I store it. But first let me get you closer up to my garlic and show you everything that I have here to get it ready. Now cleaning garlic and preparing it for storage is a really messy project. You can already see just taking the garlic out of the bucket, I have tons of stuff all over the place. Here's the garbage that I've cleaned up so far. And here's my garlic. This is just basic grocery store garlic that I've planted every year, specifically focusing on getting larger cloves and larger bulbs. So this year they turned out pretty good. They're quite a good size, so I'm happy with that. I have a few smaller ones over here. And then I have my specialty garlic that I grew for a friend over here. Each one of these bags has the name of the type of garlic in it. This is Anaras, and yes, my handwriting is atrocious. So everything is really dry. When you're getting garlic ready to process, one of the things that you need to watch for is this area right here. You need to make sure that there is no moisture at all in the neck area. And the reason you do that is you want this to completely seal off and not allow any moisture or bacteria into the bulb. These papers right here, they're not split, they're not cracked. And if you really careful and make sure everything is completely dry and not cracked, your garlic will last for over a year. Let me show you my last year's garlic. This is garlic that I've stored since last year. Haven't quite used it yet. As you can see, it's not soft. We're not losing, it's not rotting, and it's not sprouting. Now, if I were to open this up and pull out a clove, there's just the tiniest start of a sprout in there right now. But these are perfectly good, able to be used, and I have a few of them that I'm going to dry and powder. The last thing I wanted to show you is see how sealed off this is. I made sure this was very, very dry before I removed the leaves. So let's go outside. This is our goal. Now there's one other thing I wanted to show you that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for heads, bulbs like this, that have these little bulbules at the top, just above the bulb. These right here, they're called bulbules. You can see there's a couple of them right here. But you can actually plant these and have garlic in 2 years. The first year that you plant them, I'll show you what they look like. They come out like this. This may be starting to split, but in actuality, if I were to open this up, it would just be one large clove of garlic. So these turn into this, which turns into this. So I save those in a bowl and I will plant them in November. Now if I wanted to use this one to eat this year, it's perfectly good to eat, but I'm going to plant this one in November and have a larger bulb of garlic. Now I have my scissors there, and this is where I store my garlic. This is a basket. I just put it on an open shelf and it lasts all year long. It's open air and doesn't trap humidity or moisture. So let's start with this bulb first. The first thing that I'm going to do is cut off the roots. I'm going to brush off some of the dirt. Now it's okay if you take off a little bit of the outside papers. You don't want to take off all of the outside papers. Now this is one that has the little bulbules, so I'm going to remove those next. So we have these to save for planting for next year. And And then I'm just going to cut the leaves off. This one is a hardneck garlic. You can see right there, that's where the flower stalk came out. But you can also tell that there is no moisture going through this at all. It's very, very dry, so this one will store for a long time. Now this one's going to be a soft neck garlic. Let's see if we can show you the difference. Cut off the roots, brush off some of the dirt. Here's another one that is sealed really well, but that's what the soft neck garlic looks like. There's no area where the flower stalk was. So now, so I don't bore you, I'm going to go through the rest of these, get them all cleaned up, and I'll show you how much there is left. I am finished cleaning off my garlic, and I've separated everything out. There's all the garbage. Let me show you what I've separated it out into. The first is garlic that needs to be used up immediately. This garlic split out in the garden, and it was because it was just left out there too long. It's overripe. And we have a few of those. So this is the pile to be used. This is the pile of my largest garlic. There's the little pieces that are going to be replanted next year. And there's the small good garlic. And then over here, we've pulled out several bulbs that are going to be saved for next year. And let me kind of show you why I chose these. So if you look at these two heads of garlic, you've got this one. It's got some good sized cloves in it, but the cloves in this one are much bigger. Now, I moved into this house in 2007. I did not plant a garden in 2007. I planted it in 2008. And that year I went to the grocery store, purchased, probably 4 heads of garlic and planted those. And I've been saving the largest heads with the largest cloves ever since then. So for example, look at the size of cloves on this one. This one's going to be saved, not because it's a big head of garlic, but because the cloves are huge. The cloves are huge on this one. This one may be a big head. I mean, look how big that is. But the cloves are a little bit smaller, so I'm not going to save that one. So I basically went through, picked out the largest heads of garlic with the biggest cloves, and those are the ones that will be planted for next year. So it's that easy. I mean, it does take a little bit of time. This took me about a half an hour to clean everything off. All the refuse is going to go to my compost pile, but I'm really happy with what I got this year. By saving my own garlic, I have garlic that I know is adapted to my area right now. It's been grown in this area for so long. It also has a long storage ability. I've proven that through years past. They last all the way through the next season, as I showed you earlier in this video. And we're slowly but surely getting larger heads of garlic with larger cloves. So I challenge you to find a type of garlic that you like. It doesn't have to be grocery store garlic, of course. I mean, from what I've heard, if you're not careful, you can spread viruses by using the grocery store garlic. Mine hasn't done that, but it may not be the same for everybody. But find a type of garlic that you like and start saving it from year to year, specifically choosing for the traits that you would like. And very soon you're going to have wonderful garlic that is tailor-made for your area and your likes. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you share it with your friends. Hit that like button and subscribe, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.